Alright, fourth time's the charm here. Brother Calvin checking in here. It's work in progress, contracting and business solutions. Just trying to show off a bit how my skills have grown and a bit more I can do with web services than you may be aware of. I got pretty deep with it, but just for time's sake and the fact that I've had to record this a few times, I am going to speed this one up. So let me show off an old website. Let me show off a few recent projects. Here's an older site, l7ent.com. You can see this one was laid out pretty well, distinct. You won't get these layouts straight out the box with Wix or AI or anything like that. Custom placement, custom fonts, logo, designed, all that. Here you have some custom features like a direct download feature. If they want to get this single, they could purchase it straight through the site and get their unique download. You could also link to other streaming platforms. This was a news style thing. It had a blog built in where you can actually click those and get straight to the whole actual blog area. And again, more music links straight to streaming platforms. I will show off another website here. BaltimoreRapReview.com. It's another one that I had designed. Cool thing about this one was just some of the color layout and design thought put into it. You'll see not only does the purple carry over in the background, but even when I hand selected the images, and all these are from actual photography, not stock images. These are from actual events that the Rap Review company participated in. But I carried over that theming. Even when you see the purple gives way to white here, boom, it still carries over. Um, Analytics, I put some thought into the copyright and use my business understanding to think about what potential customers or viewers may want to know before making a purchase, and include that right on there. Again, all these are actual photography images taken by Baltimore Rap Review. You have your partners there. Pretty straightforward. I'll show off this site as well. This was my work in progress site. I used a schoolroom type of theme for that. You can see it at the top. You can see it with the pinboard here. You can also see this is a chalkboard type of feel. This site was done in a different way. Instead of having different sections or a blog, I simply, what, there's a blog there. But that makes sense. This here's, I use like an actual chalkboard. Every time you came to this site, every so often, I will completely wipe what's on this chalkboard and replace it with a new message. I haven't really done that recently, and so it's about time for an update. But I also had a cool thing on here where you can download files straight to your computer in one click. I'll tap that and just wait a second, and boom, there's my download. I also did something unique with the blog section here. Again, something you would not see standing out the box of air. Besides the fact that I kept up with that content, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages worth of blogs, and this did have a significant amount of reach. But I also did some custom color scheming and layout management within that blog. So if you were just a speed reader and you want to pull out some key facts, I can skim right through it and know, oh, what's going on here? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's highlighted in green. There's the relevant information. Word per minute and accuracy, monetization potential. Boom, can see it right there. And this also shows, again, some things that I can do. I do copywriting, I do content creation, I can do technical writing, documentation, publishing, ghostwriting, freelance development, AI and automation consultation, branding and design services, user interface and user experience prototype. And you can see how, again, I took consideration of that experience right into the design and some of these other things that I'm showing off. Because, yeah, tools like voice AI are useful, but when a client needs more than a template, you need vision and execution, I'm ready. But yeah, so you got that. But what I really want to show off is some new capabilities, right? Of course, I also incorporate SEO and everything, so I'm not gonna go to this next site. I can put it right in Google and see. I don't gotta dig down into the links to find it. And this ain't even Google, it's Bing. Now, even in the off-brand service, I ain't gotta dig down into the links to find it. Northwest Wellness Project is the very worst first thing to come up, and even pulls in the mission of it right there. We promote positive coping skills through yoga, life skills, and character development. Boom, it all comes up. Now, if you check this one out on the surface, it'll look very simple, straight to the point. Got a little animation going on in the background there. This one is a very, very simple one-pager. Our program is full. Usually there would be a sign-up form there. But this one was just for you to learn about the program, to sign up for it, or to donate. Incorporated QR uses here so they can scan this QR and get straight to the GoFundMe for that program. But now, let me get you to the news. Okay? Now, everything I showed you so far, those were websites. This next thing I'm about to show off here, this is a web app. And the difference between a web app and a website is the level of interaction, the level of customization, and the focus. Whereas a website is really for consuming information and some basic services, a web app can be custom built to your workflow to make it more effective, more efficient, more time saving, more automated, all of the above. And I'll walk through that for you. Now, this example, this business was the Northwest Wellness Project. Here I had a custom backend link here, dashboard.northwestwellnessproject.com, hidden away from public access, and there's a lot here. Roster management, attendance management, lesson management, alert management, reporting, and past reports. You can see the different programs. You can see how many people were signed up, current enrollment. All of these things automatically updated. You didn't have to go tell it, it would go track. You have a custom calendar setup where I click any day of the program. Notice I can see which days the program days and which days aren't. Click any day of the program and I can see exactly what was going on that day, what time it was happening, what was happening, where it was happening, who was in charge of it. I can edit any of this information. The times are automatically kept in order. For example, let's say I would say yoga isn't at 9:30 this day. Yoga was at 10:30 that day. Save that. Notice how it automatically rearranges the schedule. I didn't have to do that. No other cool things. I can attach lesson plans. Show more about how those are created in a moment. But I can create that and say, oh, what's going on there? I need a little more detail. Okay, here's the supplies I need. Here's the teaching methods we're using. Here's the procedure, outcomes. Oh, there's a handout for it. Dope. I can download that or even view it straight from my phone if I'm on site and just need a reminder of what's going on. Oh, boom, there's the worksheet right there. Let's close that out. What else do we have on here? Besides just viewing the schedule, also events. Calendar is color coded. I can see which is regular days versus which are event days here. What's going on the event schedule can be laid out there as well. I got debriefs here and reporting, which I'll get to in a second, but let's keep it in order. Next, I'll check out the roster here. Okay, a little bit of sensitive info. I had to block that off here. But you'll be able to see the participant's name, their age, the guardian, the emergency contact, the program they're in, whether they're active or not, when they enrolled, and all that is editable. Once you did select a student, you can upload a photo for them. So there's a reminder for the staff of who that is. If it's a lot of people and you're trying to keep up with names, you can see their age, what school they go to, what grade they were in, again, what program they're in, parent email, allergies, emergency contact information. You can see that there are forms and consents built in. Let me check that out next. I can't show that. There's a little sensitive information there. But for every form here, I can upload a signed form so that, again, there's more effective data tracking, backups in case anything will happen to paper documentation. If I need a new copy of the form, I can access that form straight from here. Boom, there it is. You see the form, everything that's on it. Comes with the signature fields, and you can print that out, sign it, and re-upload it right to the platform. There's also a cool camp journey feature here where you can see their development throughout the program. You can see skills this individual student learn. I can add skills. Let's say on this day, this person learned how to use camera equipment. Boom. I can add that as a skill. Good for data tracking. This is perfect for keeping up with data for your grant submissions and things like that. You can keep up with skills they gain through your program. You can keep up with challenges they overcame, behavioral improvements, feedback, feedback directly from the student, feedback from the counselors about the student, feedback from the peers about each other. You can keep up with goals they set for themselves. You can keep up with growth areas the staff identified for them. You can even track their progress in certain areas. And let's say I want to edit that. Let's say this person got better in teamwork throughout the program. So maybe I want to reflect that. And boom, send them an update. And watch that reflect. I can see their community contributions. And this timeline thing is pretty cool because it's an automated feature that will update with their achievements throughout the program and reflect that right here. Um, you also can have each person's attendance history. I can see what days they were present, late, absent, along with notes. Coming over to that attendance page in more detail, you can see for any given date that I pick, how many were present, how many were late, how many were absent, how many did you not record for that day. There are alert reminders for this, which I'll get into in a second. Getting some sensitive info here I can't show. But for every student, you'll be able to see who, again, was present, who was late, etc., etc. And these little blue dots show that a note was added for that student on. Next up, we have lesson plan management. None of these lessons were done just straight off the dome. For the most part, these were pre-submitted, pre-approved lessons. You can pick any lesson here, or so let's say I'm defining a new lesson. This makes sure the staff is considering all the necessary information when planning out a lesson. Who's leading it? What organization, if there is a partner org leading that? If so, what is their contact information? What age groups was it designed for? What teaching methods were used, what supplies are needed, the procedure, the impact, the time it takes. Whether this is a first time lesson or something that has been practiced. And here, if there's any supporting documents, once you click one of these things, boom, it gives you the option to upload that straight from your computer. And that will be stored and saved. Like how we saw that worksheet earlier. And of course, I can't submit this because I didn't fill out all the fields, but I can check out any one of my completed activities, like this loose animal drill, and see all that information, who designed it. Again, this was an interactive one and a conversation-based one. Shows what happened, shows what they're supposed to learn, shows how long it takes, etc., etc. And then once these activities are created, you just go right back to your calendar when you're planning out your activities for the day, and you can pull from any of these right then and there. Coming back again, we also have the alert system that was set up. There were alerts that went out every morning, every evening at the end of the program to remind us to do our reporting, every morning before the program started with the scheduled activities for the day, twice a day to remind us to do attendance. At the end of every week, all of the weekly reports were sent out to staff so they can review what happened. And you also have real-time alerts for whenever there were new lessons submitted, new events, new students signing up, etc., etc. This saved people the trouble of having to go do a whole bunch of manual emailing and following up, but made sure that everybody was in the loop at all times. This wasn't used fully because it's something I designed towards the end of the program, but it's something with long-term consistent use and it's relevant to other programs as well. So I thought it'd be a perfect example to share some of that capability. You can even do manual alert testing, and I can go show what one of those emails look like in a second. But coming back. Again, there was a reporting feature built in, so you can do debriefs for every single day, which even included the day's expenses and place to upload your receipts. So that was all tracked again for data management, for budgeting purposes, for grant purposes, and just to make administration easy. If I click this, I can see some of those past reports right here. They show what activities happened that day, what's the impact, what's the highlight, what can be approved, as well as a checklist of some of our daily operations. Did all of our staff show up? Did all our students show up? Were receipts submitted? Oh, sign out got missed that day. Uh-oh, a student wasn't there that day. Quick and easy to access. But yeah, that is all the stuff you will see on this site. Again, that was a roster, that was attendance, that was lessons, that was alerts, that was reporting. That was pretty dag on extensive. And one thing I didn't show off here, again, there was room for multiple programs. Let's say we had well, we did have our summer camp. The beautification could be its own separate program. Senior wellness could be its own separate program. They could all have their own separate rosters and calendars and activities. And this platform will support the administration of all of that. But yeah, that's just showing off some updated skills. This one used a higher level skill set. This one definitely cannot be done for free, even beyond just the labor hours. There are the cost of the tools that really speed this up. Even with advanced tool sets, this took probably about 60 man hours of labor and about $120, about $2 per man hour, supporting the tool set that I use to build this out. But I just wanted to share this because I'm hoping to secure some future opportunities off this capability. But that's all. Calvin out.